Borderless windowed. 60 FPS. Turn off limit frame rate. Turn on all of these things. But I'll be right back. All right. Turn to old Charlotte. Cutting the cheese. This panic-stricken Laporte is desperate for the aid of an able-bodied adventurer. Robin, oh thank goodness you're here. It's absolutely terrible. Awful. An emergency of cataclysmic proportions. What is it? I don't know, actually. They didn't say, but doesn't it sound simply dreadful? What do I know of Building Way? What I do know is if Building Way has been asking after you. He said if I happen to see you, I should tell you to hurry over to Kidonia Knolls with all haste. Well, what are you standing around here for? Away with you! Right. See. Would probably have been faster the other way, but it's not much of a difference. Oh, hello there. Let's avoid. Hey, no. Don't remember pressing that button. You're here, and not a moment too soon. Sorry to call you here so abruptly, but you were the first person who came to mind that might be able to help. Do you recall the domiciles we were planning to build for the evacuation? I don't mean to brag, but they were immaculate, positively perfect. Except, of course, for the ever so small oversight of being 3 times larger than necessary. At least that's what I believed before speaking with Urian J. I learned a lot from him about what we should and shouldn't make of the domiciles, and so I began making changes. Small at first, but they soon became much bigger, more drastic. By the end, I swear, I was drawing up wholly new plans by the minute. But I was too ambitious. The myriad plans I dreamt up overwhelmed our automated construction machine, the Big Cheese. Even as we speak, it's burrowing underground with reckless abandon. If we don't stop it, the domiciles will be the least of our problems. The entire moon is likely to end up looking like a truckle of hole-filled cheese. Delectable? Perhaps, but utterly unfit for habitation. We tried going after it ourselves, but the survey team never made it past the security systems down there. At least, I don't think so. They've yet to return and aren't answering our communications. I'd rather not resort to brute force, but I can think of no other way. And no other person to see the deed done. Would you be willing to go down there and stop the Big Cheese? Thank you. Thank you. Head down to SMILETON, and I'll see that you're let in. Let's head into SMILETON. Can I not do this with my trust? No, it's bullshit. Bullshit. Fine. Just insta-kill with normal people. This is my first time, so we're only gonna pull 2 packs each time. Haven't I been here before? Oh, I don't think so. Ow! Finally, I'm free! I think. I hope. Oh yeah? Well, your mother smells like a cabbage. Why would you say that? Why would he say that? We can do it. Good job, dude. I never once lost faith in you. Security system is out of control! Big Mom. Welcome to SMILETON, intruders. Please enjoy your stay. It will be very brief. What's that mean? What? Off my lawn. I don't get it. What are you supposed to do? Smiley face. Brownie face. Or do you have to like alternate between them or something? Because I noticed that you get a debuff. So now I have to do a smiley face. Oh, that's a dead healer. Not sure why he got targeted by the tank buster. Not gonna make it. That was close. 5%. You here? Oh, you're from the other side. I was looking at the wrong side. Make me happy. Good job. Oh! Please, oh please, let this lead out. It's just material. Okay. That's where it disappeared. And we opened the chest. Stop bullying them. Next boss. What's this one gonna do then? Are you even? Brain worker. Leap forward. So we did. Prepare for replicant synthesis. Oh, he's gonna do the leap forward. Understand. That's gonna become a clusterfuck. It's gonna spawn 2 more doing that. They didn't do the same attack. Oh, I guess they just attack forward. That it? There he is. There's the big boy. The big cheese. fast airing of healing. Here he is, the big cheese. Smile maker. Warning, you have entered the killing zone. Please stand by for bomb detonation, and remember, safety first. Left disassemble. What does that mean? Yeah. Why aren't you healing me? Whoops. Mid break. Oh, got a necklace. Yeah, I can vote. The Robocopter, he gets my vote. You're back! What happened to the big cheese? It's gone? I suppose that's a mite better than the alternative. And you say the survey team is safe? Oh, thank heavens. SMILETONIA was meant to be a paradise, and the big cheese its architect. It was designed to learn what it is that makes people happy, and make manifest whatever we could dream up, no matter how seemingly impossible. But I've been unduly fickle, every new plan. Contradicting the last, I fear my indecisiveness overloaded the big cheese. And it lost sight of what true happiness is. All I wanted was to make the people of Etheirys happy, and look upon their smiling faces. Have you considered visiting residential areas in Etheirys for inspiration? Now there's an idea! I mean, sure, Orion J has been incredibly helpful with his advice, but actually seeing how people live would surely be more informative than simply hearing it. And now that the final day have been the final days have been averted, there's no longer a need to rush. I'll be sure to bear that in mind, so nothing like this happens again. Perhaps I'll start with something simple, like furniture. Oh, and I can design a new automated system to build them. I'll call it the bigger cheese. Alright, dude. Right. Back to SHARLAYAN, pick up the next one. Oh, it's snowing. That's what Lightbite mentioned. It's good to see you, Rob. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the scholarly world has been in an uproar since the Forum announced their plans for the mass exodus. Think that we may well step foot on the very moon. We expected that once word got out, we might receive more requests for lunar samples than was previously considered acceptable. What we did not expect was the veritable deluge of absurdity unleashed upon us. We've designated the most mind-boggling requests senior builds. At this point, any assistance you can provide would be more than welcome. Yulakshai is in the midst of organizing the latest offerings. Why don't you speak with her to get a better idea of what to expect? Aye, I heard your conversation. These ears aren't just for show. As for what plagues me at the moment, here we are. Basildare, both emblematic of our woes with senior bills and direct source of many. Basildare is a highly esteemed scholar of mythological studies. He has a pet theory that the creatures described in myth can be traced to those that once existed in ancient times. Simply put, he requests samples from ancient organisms. Organisms which I need not remind you no longer exist. The audacity. Are we meant to travel through time for him? And there you have it. Ha! Take a look at the guild ship hunt board. And if there's anything, I mean anything at all, that you think you can handle, please do. You're our only hope. And I think that you, Robin, have traveled to the very edge of creation, there to confront Thaliak knows what, yet you still seek the strangeness of our hunt bills. You truly are one of a kind. Some would call you brave, some reckless, but my guess is that you simply do what needs to be done. Should have called me bored. In any case, we certainly have a few hunts that call for Cavalier heroics. And you're welcome to them. Frankly, I can't believe I didn't think to offer them to you soon. You'll recognize the term elite marks, I'm sure. As ever, ours tend towards the bizarre. But don't take my word for it. Ask Yulakshai. This has become quite the pattern, eh? One would almost think Northota prefers to leave all the explaining to me. A conversation for another time, perhaps. You want to know more about the elite marks, yes? They are very elite. You are the gleaner extraordinaire who made their way to the very summit of the heavens, are you not? I'm not a gleaner. What? My word! All of our most tiresome... that is to say, look how many of our esteemed clients have gathered here at once. Yes, and what of it? Considering the importance of my work and the snail's pace at which you are fulfilling my requests, it should come as no surprise that I have come to personally insist that they are handled with the utmost urgency. Now, in order to completely validate my theories and protect them from any further impugnations, I have need of your talents. I require more samples to prove that the moon, and indeed the stars beyond, are teeming with life. Wait just a moment. My research in comparative mythology is on the verge of changing our understanding of life as we know it. Indeed, samples of ancient organisms have never been of greater necessity. What nonsense! Surely the requests made by various departments of the studium come first. Our pupils are the lifeblood and future of SHARLAYAN, and we must needs provide them with hands-on instruction in the classification of specimens from both Thavner and Garlemald. Pardon me, but we researchers are also in great need of your service. We have a mountain of requests relating to Labyrinthos. Labyrinthos' fiercest specimens in the queue. Labyrinthos? Surely you jest. We have a talented individual here capable of exploring environments, unlike any known to man, and you would have him go to Labyrinthos. I will not stand for it. Not when my myriad discoveries await in the field of xenobiology. Enough! Can't you lot see the bind you're putting Robin in? He will decide for himself what to prioritize. Thank you very much. Rest assured that each and every one of your requests have been accounted for. Now, off you go. Shoo shoo. I do apologize for my colleague's behavior. Should you be interested in learning more about our requests, pray find us in the Aetheryte Plaza. heavens, I'm sure they mean well, after a fashion. But I would consider it a personal favor if they learned to be a bit less demanding. Or perhaps more than a bit. Any road, they will doubtless find it in themselves to behave if it means they'll get their precious samples. If you're keen to learn more about our elite marks, don't hesitate to make use of them. For our part, we're counting on you. So, best of luck out there, Robin. Thank you. Give it to me! Balls. What else do we have here? I wandered Sharlayan as a minstrel. That's for doing savage. Final day. Robin! You are Robin, yes? Oh, thank you ever so much for coming. In truth, I have been searching all over for you. You see there is a most pressing matter for which I could use your wisdom and expertise. Oh, but we haven't actually been introduced yet, have we? The name's Jammingway, by the way. I had the honor of serving as the communications officer aboard the Ragnarok. So, anyhow, to the matter I spoke of. It began the other day when my curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to send a reconnaissance probe to Ultima Thule to investigate the environs. Imagine my surprise when my robotic friend responded just a short while ago, with the most urgent and dire distress signal. A distress signal from Ultima Thule? Now, even after you and your companions mercifully put an end to the threat of the final days. Surely, this intrigues and worries you as much as it does me. I was just about to venture there to investigate further, but there's no telling what dangers might await. And I am a communications officer, not an adventurer. Please join me at Thomasine, so we may boldly go where you have gone before. Oh yeah, dude. Where is it? Here. Where is that? You want to go all the way down here? Robin, I knew you'd come. Clearly we have inquiring minds and a crushing need to be of use in common. Any road, I'm pleased to report that the Ragnarok has already been prepared for our journey. A journey that, fortunately, will not require the massive quantities of ether that were necessary for your previous voyage beyond the stars. How can this be, you wonder? Hell's if I know. Whether it is a parting gift from Mother, or perhaps the manifestation of Mithion's true desire, this vessel is strongly connected to Ultima Thule. So strongly, in fact, that it somehow simultaneously exists in both locations, here in Labyrinthos and out at the edge of the universe. Is this making more sense to you now? No? Well, it matters little. What matters is that we get to the other side and see what is troubling my dearest probe. On that note, let us be off. See? The Ragnarok exists here as surely as it did, and does back in Labyrinthos. With the vessel forming a conduit of sorts, we may also easily teleport between the two locations. Convenient, wouldn't you say? Precisely, because the locations are so indelibly connected to each other. However, I fear that whatever has triggered my probe's distress signal has the potential to threaten Labyrinthos as well, and so I would investigate without delay. Let's see now. It would seem the distress signal is coming from base Omicron, not far from here. Let's hope my automaton friend can enlighten us further as to the situation. Can't fly here yet. I haven't done the quests. Nope. Ah, Robin. This is my precious reconnaissance automaton. And yet it would appear this good-for-nothing bucket of bolts has gotten his oily paws all over it. Pray stand by for a moment while I give it a good talking to. You miserable sack of sockets! What in heaven's name do you think you're doing with my oh-so-valuable automaton? We're completing logic circuits. N7000 categorically denies the accusation of this hirsute organism. An advanced lifeform such as N7000 has no need for such outdated technology. On the contrary, this unit took pity on this makeshift machine and the primitive society which created it, and deigned to issue a warning. Primitive? Outdated? I'll show you primitive and outdated, you. Wait, what is this warning you speak of? We're initiating simplification to explain in imprecise terms that your crude mind might comprehend. Sometime after the organic lifeform known as Robin here came in contact with M017, the Omicrons noticed an irregularity. Specifically, a powerful burst of energy from the remnants of a lost world. Also mega lag, apparently. No doubt a reaction to Robin and his companions defeating the Endsinger. Fortunately, the energy wave itself caused no appreciable damage. Less fortunately, it housed within an encoded message from the strategic matrix known as Stigma 1. The message contained a single word, a single command: live. That seems innocent enough. Whatever is the problem? This message reached the sensors of Stigma 4, a logistics matrix that has long lain dormant. Shot back to life at the behest of its fellow intelligence, it has resumed its duties in constructing weapons of mass destruction. Furthermore, there is a statistical probability of 99% that it will launch a full-scale assault on your eminently detectable home planet as soon as production is complete. Can't produce weapons if you're exploded. This unit projects that this would be less than ideal. Stigma 4's production capabilities are necessary to ensure that the Omicron's existence is maintained in perpetuity. Disabling or destroying it is incompatible with the command issued by Stigma 1. Is there no way we might simply change its mind? If Stigma 4 is convinced that war is essential to its survival, could we not persuade it that an unprovoked offensive might threaten its existence even more? The grubby organic lifeform's proposition has merit. As a military information and operations specialist, this unit does possess the capability to rewrite the memory banks of other artificial intelligences. If this unit were to hack Stigma 4's neural core and implant the memory that such an offensive once led not to victory but to failure and near eradication, it must logically conclude that preemptive attack is ill-advised. To accomplish this, this unit will access Stigma 4 and use a dimensional manipulator to generate a virtual environment simulating its memories of war. You must traverse the environment and nullify Stigma 4's expectations of victory. That sounds simple and not at all likely to get us killed. What do you say, Robin? Leave the fighting to us. Commencing Strategic Operations Protocol. All participants in the mission, please accompany this unit to the access point at once. Seems like giga lagging right now, I don't know why. I can't say I completely understand what's going on here, but at least it's progress, yes? From this access point, it will be possible for this unit to establish a communications interface with Stigma 4's neural network. You may be interested to know that this is the first time this unit has been able to perform its intended function since the day it was commissioned. This unit is honored, and will do its utmost to maximize the probability of success. Are you saying that you've never actually done this before? You really had me going with your advanced intelligence talk, but at least my probe had work experience. The flea-ridden lifeform's evaluation is inaccurate. This unit is equipped with dynamic functionality. It simply has not encountered technology formidable enough to require its full capabilities before. More significantly, this unit has succeeded in establishing the interface with Stigma 4. All that remains is for you to enter the simulation and use whatever puny weapons are at your disposal to destroy the core that lies within. That should see the Matrix sufficiently traumatized. This unit will remain in this physical space to ensure the communication interface remains stable as you carry out the operation. And do take care. Though the environment is virtual, any pain you suffer within will feel quite real. The Stigma Dreamscape, alright. Please be cool, but it can't compete with the twinning. Honestly, the twinning is not really a great dungeon. It just has great soundtrack. Otherwise, it's like a super mediocre dungeon. They just used the same soundtrack again. But it's a worse version. No, it's not the same song. Well, it is, but it's not. I don't have time to read what they're... It's too much text. I'm gonna sneeze. Right, I shouldn't be using block or Sheltron while I still have the things up. Alright, you're shooting in that direction. I was right. Well. That's a wipe. Stack on the stack thing. They didn't stack because it had like a really weird new marker on it as well. Which was a bunch of purple arrows. So tomorrow we're gonna start playing New Game Plus from the beginning again. But this time we're gonna play it as monk. Yeah, you probably don't want to get hit by them. The subjugation of Gordona. In a reflection of their memories. Hey, I know that guy. Alright, so always use shield first. To make sure that you don't overstack. Also gives you a little regen. The Lambda unit before it was produced in Gordona with local materials and became our standard operating protocol. Arc Lambda. No, Arc Lambda. Oh. Okay, so not doing that well. What? 2? Okay, don't stack. Oh, okay, so 3 shoots from 3. Okay, I get it. I get it. I understand. Got him. This unit projected this memories of our conflict on the Dragon Star. Oh. The Dragon's assault has created a breach in the barrier. Infiltrate the city. Infiltrate the facility. Don't think we can go past that. Let's go there anyway. Oh, there are monsters. The dragons were our strongest enemies, and it was through their capture and study. Stigma. Holy shit. Come on. Granted, I only have the job of armor yet, so he might actually be struggling a little bit to heal me. But I also doubt that he is using all of his cooldowns properly. It's nice having a stun. Enemies doing too much damage, you can just stun free for a little while. Ooh! Oh, I already have that. Maybe I never equipped it. Oh, I did. Destroy this core to override its expectation of victory. Siege Matrix, Stigma 4. Intruder detected. Atomic Ray, that sounds bad. That's pretty lame. Multi-AI takeover. Left face? What does that mean? Same as March, except it's to the left. Scary. Ah! Already have that too. Right, I guess. Operation stated success. Stigma 4 has abandoned its military offensive. N7000 submits new orders to Stigma 4. Stigma 4 is instructed to immediately cease production of all weapons and attack units, and initiate production of diplomatic hologram units. Analysis of memory data complete. Further pursuit of planned invasion is calculated to have a 99.999992463% probability of resulting in utter annihilation. N7000's orders are deemed strategically and logistically sound, reconfiguring production infrastructure. Take that, glowing eyeball! Oh, my dearest N7000, I apologize for all those times I called you a sack of bolts. Why, you are the most impressive military information and operations unit I have ever met. This unit expresses its gratitude to the hero Robin and the soft-looking organic life form. This unit could not have succeeded without your help. This also marks the completion of this unit's duties. With the invasion halted indefinitely, there remains no military operation or conflict requiring this unit's functions, preparing to shut down and enter permanent energy-saving hibernation. Shut down? What nonsense is this? Did you not receive an order to live just a short time ago? Eternal sleep doesn't sound like living to me. Come on, Robin. Say something, and set this bolthead straight, won't ya? To shut down would be inconsistent with the orders Sir gave you. Why not put your abilities to work for peace? That's what they have been doing. More or less. Shut down would be inconsistent with the orders Sir gave you. He's right. You were told to live, and live is what you'll do. If you don't have a war to wage anymore, you can use your talents to bring in a new future of peace and hope. But what are the appropriate protocols? This unit possesses little practical experience in peacetime operations. You can't access Stigma 4, You can access Stigma 4, can you not? By interfacing with its memory banks, might you not be able to, say, find knowledge of lost civilizations? Civilizations that you might simulate for the edification of those who live now. Indeed, such a task would be within this unit's capabilities. But what about when that task is complete? Without an ongoing mission, sooner or later this unit is bound to lose purpose. What happens then? Well, let's see now. I suppose you could always open a cafe. Back in old Sharlayan, there's a fine establishment called The Last Stand. People gather there to share food, drink, company, and reasons to meet again. Robin delivered his world from the brink of despair and helped people dream of a brighter future once more. What if we could do the same for other civilizations Meteion found? This unit finds the furry lifeform's suggestion difficult to process, and yet, realizing accurate simulations of myriad civilizations, including those the Omicrons have not encountered, would undoubtedly challenge this unit to the fullest. It is a reason to remain active for the foreseeable future. Precisely. See, I knew I was onto something here. Speaking of here, Robin, do you know anywhere nearby that could use a good cafe? Dragons, maybe? There's an empty structure that might be suited for it in the necropolis. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? Oh, he's coming with us too? Want me to go there? I can't fly yet, bro. I'm gonna teleport. Found a friend. Analysis indicates that in order to obey the primary object directive, live, it will be necessary to establish cooperation with other civilizations. Initializing cafe security system. Defenses engaged. This unit has taken the liberty of accessing Stigma 4 and simulating a highly advanced war machine from Gordona. Do take care not to be annihilated. Well, would you look at that? A spacious counter, outdoor seating, and a fine layer of homey grey dust. Best of all is the view of that massive dead star that Meteon was lurking in for ages, looming ominously overhead. People are going to love this. Think about it. It's poetic. The very place where hope was nearly extinguished forevermore. Now a beacon of it. This unit has still not fully processed the concept of a cafe, but will simulate elements of lost civilization as its ongoing mission. That'll be just fine, N7000. You focus on what you do best and leave the rest to me. I'll have you know that I learned a thing or two about preparing and serving victuals and beverages in my time at the last stand. Not to mention that I've come up with the perfect name for our new establishment, The Last Dregs. An inspiring moniker, wouldn't you say? This unit is unable to process this statement. It must defer to the furry life form's judgment. I'll take that as a yes. Now, we had best get to work. There are many preparations to be made before we're ready to open for business. You're more than welcome any time though, Robin. Oh, and please tell the other Laporites I'm not dead. Alright. Now, that is it for today, but I want to check one last thing first. Aha! Jenlins has a Paladin quest for me. Ah, if it isn't Robin. How fare you, my friend? Still keeping up your training, I trust? The Sultan's Sworn has not been idle either. Seeking ways to better serve our nation, we have joined hands with the Gladiators Guild. We train with another, helping to hone each other's sword arms. The guild even dispatches its members to assist us in guarding the palace. Wait a second. None of this would have been possible without First Sword Milla's cooperation. She is a dedicated woman, dedicated to her art and her own, and I have the utmost respect and admiration for her. So it was with deep concern that I noticed that something troubles her of late. Yeah, this is the Shadowbringers end quest. We did that. With Shadowbringers on the other server. But it's not done now. So I can't do whatever quest they added after Endwalker. We'll have to do that some other time. But that's that. Until next time, thanks for hanging. Have a good night. Bye-bye.